Hi everyone, I'm Smriti. I'm a head coach with Leverage Edu. Leverage Edu is India's best university admission service, and we provide you end to end services right from helping you decide which college is the best for you to helping you settle down in the country of your dreams and figuring out what accommodation would be the best. And therefore, if you have any study abroad questions unanswered, or if you're dreaming or thinking about an education abroad, then Leverage Edu is the best place to be at. So, today's webinar, we are going to be talking about something which is a very poignant topic and something that becomes a matter of much debate and discussion all around. And that is an MTech versus an MS. Now, when we say an MTech versus an MS, it almost seems like it's a battle between the two degrees, right? And they're much at conflict. There is nothing in common, and these are very two vastly different spaces that you could navigate. And a choice between the two is something which is a very tough choice. But actually, that is not the case. Both a master's in technology and a master's in science with any specialization have a lot in common, but they do have a lot of differences as well. So basically, what we are going to be doing today is going to list out what are some of the differences, what are some of the similarities, and help you understand how you can go ahead and make a decision with regards to which degree you should actually be, pursuing at this point of time. Is it a master's in technology or is it an MS? Let's talk a little bit about the Masters in Technology, right? As the name itself suggests, this curriculum is heavily focused on the world of technology. So, a Masters in Technology is a very industry focused course, which basically, keeps updating itself with the developments that happen in the world of technology. And that Masters is a professional course which equips you to become somebody who is ready for the ever changing world, which is the technical world, and facilitates industry specific needs. So, this is a course which keeps evolving and is more industry specific, and it is going to try and equip you with all of the latest advancements that have happened in the industry and in the technical world, in the field that you have chosen. And masters in technology also leaves much scope for you to be able to do certain specializations in like at this point of time. Now let's talk a little bit about a master's in science. An MS course is something which is more research focused. It is more oriented on helping you understand that process, helping you pick out multiple projects that you can possibly, delve on, and it is helping you to delve deeper into the scientific world, right? To figure out fundamental questions, probe them, research them with cutting edge technology, and in today's context at this point, and then develop a better understanding of the different ideas and why they exist and what is the future, and therefore envision that also and do research related to that as well. That's the basic fundamental difference between the both. Both of them can be pathways to a doctoral degree, postdoctoral degree. What is more attuned to a doctoral, postdoctoral, doctoral research degree would be an MS, because it's going to give you better research experience, and it'll help you at that point have more publications and just generally get more attuned into academia, whereas an MTech is going to make you industry savvy and therefore increase your employability multifold. And that's not to say that an MS will not increase your employability, but the MS is going to increase different kinds of job opportunities that you would have. Now, let's elucidate some differences that exist between both of these courses, and I'm going to go one by one through some parameters. So, we basically spoke about what the name of the course is. Now, let's talk about how long these courses are, right? So, a master's in technology and MTech is a course that would last you only 2 years. There are some places where an MTech is 1 year as well, but a master's in science course ranges from 2 to 4 years. There are many colleges in India where research projects are so many, and people are so involved in them that their projects happen to end up in 3 years or 4 years, or that they keep getting multiple projects, so the entire degree ends up in 4 years. That's like a basic difference between the duration of both the courses. Then we have covered a little bit about what the course structure is like, but just a general idea. The fact that masters in technology is more industry specific makes it a little more applicable curriculum, in the sense that it teaches you things which you apply, and then you take forward in your life, in your professional career. So it's a little more technical course with practical applications. Whereas when we talk about an MS course, it is a little more theoretical, and it is a little more research oriented. It is attuned to understanding questions of science, basic questions of science, and pondering over them. That is the difference between both of them. Both of them have similar application processes. When we talk about how to get in these courses, there are exams that you need to qualify. If you're looking for either of these courses in India, you would have to give the GATE exam. If you're looking at either of these courses abroad, you would have to give a GRE. When we talk about the MS course, it has an added component of an interview. This is especially in India because abroad, both MTech and MS, there is a scope for interview for candidates before they get selected. But in India specifically, the MS course has an interview. You need to have research experience, and you need to also be familiar with the professors that you're going to be working in, working during that course, working under that course. You need to be familiar with their research and see if your idea of research aligns with them. Now let's talk about the curriculum in these courses. And basically, the curriculum is more technical in a master's in technology courses, and it is also going to focus on the specialization that you choose. So if you want to do a MTech in and specialize in data analysis, then you are going to learn more about data analysis, tools for data analysis, data visualization, etc., etc. So MTech has scope for specialization, and therefore the curriculum is also attuned in a manner in which you do study about the specialization. So if your specialization is machine learning, you'd probably learn about applications of machine learning, tools related to that, etc. Now let's talk about the MS course. In this, the curriculum is related to theoretical aspects of specialization, right? And the specialization that you opted in the research opportunities. And there is a lot of research. So if you're working on some question of physics, you'd probably have to work in a physics laboratory for a lot of time and do a lot of experiments and configure certain things and try and experiment out and make observations, etc., etc. So that's what an MS is going to look like. Now, specializations are many, and there are multiple. And these days, specializations range from mechanical, electronics, computer science, data visualization, machine learning, artificial intelligence. In MTech, these are different kinds of specializations available. In MS also there are specializations which are available, right? But there are certain medical specializations also, right? When you do an MS, you could probably explore non-medical applications of biology and chemistry and physics and biotechnology, etc., etc. So there are multiple options that are available to you as specializations to gain further knowledge of the field that you see yourself working in later. Both of these courses form bases which can lead you to doctoral studies, and MS makes you even more attuned to that. So therefore, that like there is a the balance hangs in the favor of an MS degree at that point. There is a lot of scope in both MS and in both MTech. Candidates who are more into pursuing research are better off when they are choosing MS. And if that's the thing that you envision for yourself in the future, you could probably get into the academia, do a lot of research, publish a lot of papers. That's for MS. For MTech, these are candidates who want to go and get into the industry. They want to work in the tech, like in the tech domain across different industries. It could range from healthcare, data analytics, business analytics to consulting. Because all of the industries, if you think about at this point of time, have a lot of applicability for technology and they have a lot of use for technology. And therefore, an MTech is a degree that's valuable in this sense. Now, the question is, which one do you choose? And there is not a right answer or a wrong answer to this question because The simple fact of the matter is that the degree that you are going to choose is going to depend on your interest. It is going to depend on your experience. And it is also going to depend on the future that you envision for yourself in terms of the work that you want to do, right? So both the programs are open for students who have studied science subjects and, you've studied a BTech, you've studied a BSc, they're all open and they have a lot of variety, especially in terms of what they are focusing on. MTech, technical, various engineering specializations, MS, more theoretical. But basically, in a course overview that I have given you, both end up with equal opportunities on a weighing scale. So, if we talk a little bit about the context in India, most students after a BTech end up doing an MTech because they are not very familiar with an MS, and MS is treated like a degree that is not very employable. But that's a very farcical idea because it's not true. An MS specialization is also something that can make you extremely employable because here you're gaining core scientific knowledge, and therefore, there are multiple universities that have also come up which are offering MS courses, but it's not that popular. Most people who look for doing an MS look to go abroad. Why did they look to go abroad? Is because there are more research opportunities. Publication is a fairly easy process. Credibility of the publication process and the research is something that is more well established. And therefore, if you're looking at education abroad, comparatively lesser MTech programs and more MS programs are available. While if you look at India, MTech is more popular than MS. But this misconceptions that exist around both degrees are very unfounded. There's no base to these misconceptions, and hence they should not exist. So those who are not wanting to secure an MTech degree, there are an array of options, right? Technology-oriented, non-medical fields, many of them are there. And therefore, that's the field mostly students want when they specialize in their MTech, right? So there are many specializations that are very frequently opted for when people are looking forward to go ahead and do an MTech, and some of them range from civil engineering, mechanical engineering, information technology engineering. MS course is both branches. I've told you it's medical also, biotechnology and biosciences are also a part of it, as well as physics, chemistry, computer science, artificial intelligence. The application process for an MTech and an MS abroad is very similar. In the MTech, you would have to give your GRE exam. For MS, also, you would have to give your GRE exam. And for both, you would have to apply online and write your essays, give your recommendations. For an MS, what added component that you would have to do is also talk a little bit about your area of interest in terms of the research work that you want to do. You would also have to identify some people that you probably want to research under or research with, maybe a lab you want to work in. That's an added component to the application process of an MS program abroad. And in India also, they're similar. For an MTech and MS, you just need to give an entrance exam. But for MS, you need to go forward with the interview wherein you talk about your research experience and you also talk about the future research that you envision yourself doing. Career scope, they have different approaches in the field of science, both programs do, but you can target whatever industry you want through those programs, right? And all of the graduates from MTech and MS courses, leading MTech and MS courses, these graduates are lapped up by companies because they understand, these companies understand that they come with a skill set that is, par above the average skill set in the market. Most students, if they are looking for an MTech, look to stay in India. But if they're looking for an MS, they look to go abroad. And mostly, I will here talk about, and on an average in an MTech or an MS, when you're trying to apply abroad, you would need a great GPA. So if we convert, like if we talk about the US scale. So out of a 4 GPA, 4 pointer, you would need at least something, close to a 3 or more than a 3. And it's a degree that's going to probably cost you a little bit. And there are many, exams that are out there which you could probably you would have to give. So, for example, you would have to give the IELTS exam, the TOEFL exam, etc., to establish your English language competency. Let's talk a little bit about the career paths that are available for both the MS program and the MTech program. When we talk about the MTech program, certain job profiles that would be open to you and available are senior engineer, project manager, researcher, technical consultant, technical scientist, account manager. While in MS, so because MS is a lot of research, there are many companies which are into the tech industry which are looking for people who are great at that. So there are a lot of companies which heavily recruit MS graduates, and some of them are Amazon, Facebook, Google, Cognizant, Cisco System, Hamilton Group, etc., etc. And these are great companies to work with because they define the future of the research that is happening, and it is whatever features that they are designing, whatever new things that they are working on, are heavily based on the research that goes into coming up with these ideas and analyzing certain things, right? Now we come down to the point of how do you go about making this decision, right? You've done your BTech or you've done your BSc, and now you need to decide. One fundamental question, which is extremely important in this decision, is what do you want to do in your life, right? If you're keen on engineering, technical procedures, and research, like technical procedures, then MTech is the thing for you. If you're someone who has a research mindset, right, you want to understand, oh, why is that thing happening? Why does Facebook function like that? Why is this thing defined as that? And if you're research oriented and are seeking certain a job in that domain, then you need to go for an MS, and this is something that's perfect for you, right? Um, and we've already established how there are job prospects for both and all of them. So what is better? Mostly the most fundamental difference between both, I think, would be the course duration, because an MS can go beyond 2 years as well, right? If you're working on a particular research project, but an MTech limits itself to being a 2-year degree. The course content is different, and MS is more diverse, but in terms of offering the specializations and includes medical fields as well, and then MTech. So then the question becomes: is an MS degree equivalent to an MTech degree? But that's not true. That's a farcical equivalence, and equivalence will depend on what the subjects covered are, right? So, an MS in electrical engineering could kind of be equivalent to an MTech in electrical engineering, provided you study the same course, like same core courses, and the curriculum is the same. But still, there will be distinction because a person with an MTech would not have so many projects or research work as a person with an MS. Can an MS be done after an MTech degree? Yes. You can do an MS after an MTech degree if you have a clear idea of the research that you're wanting to pursue, looking to pursue. However, is the reverse also possible? Can you do an MTech after an MS? It becomes a little difficult to be able to do an MTech after an MS because you have actually, specialized in a certain sphere, and that's the research that you've been working on. So getting yourself to shift to a professional degree which is attuned to the industry in a certain sector is not something that is going to be possible. But while you're doing your MS, specializing in what your MTech otherwise would have been about, or obtaining those skills, is not something that is very difficult. Therefore, what is the basic difference between these two degrees? It's basically the duration, but more than that, both of them are very, very broad degrees with great scope. They're diverse programs, and they are considered to be programs with a lot of applications. So basically, today's webinar was just decoding the idea of an MS versus an MTech and understanding what basic differences exist between the two. What are the scope of both of these areas of specialization in both these professional degrees? And also taking a look at what are the further career options that are available to people from both of the backgrounds. And if there is a question about, who funds the research, will I be making money as a researcher, etc., etc., if you've done an MS, this is something that can be a question for a lot of people. So here you do not need to be afraid and scared, because there are a lot of organizations that hire researchers for certain purposes. But more than that, there are a lot of grants that are also given out to further research in certain specific areas. So it is not like if you are working on an independent project, you'll not be able to make money or you will not be earning at all. Therefore, the choice between an MS and an MTech is something that's extremely personal. It should be a very, very well informed decision. You should keep all of the points that I have spoken about into consideration, envision the future that you want for themselves, and then think about which degree fits the best and make that decision. You should not make that decision based on hearsay, or if MTech is the most popular course, or if MS is the more popular course, and people going abroad are mostly just doing MS or M. And yeah, that's about it for today. And that is something that I would like to end with. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And have a good time until the next time.